Hello, fellow YouTubers. Trouble8385 here with YouTube Gaming Community number 34. First things first, we're not going to get to any of the partnership comments because they're just too many and they're too long, so we'll push those aside till Monday. If anybody wants to respond to what I'm going to do on my Thanksgiving video, and that is there anybody you're thankful for on YouTube or anything you are thankful to on YouTube, you can shout as many people as you want. If you haven't done yet, leave a comment below this video. Wednesday I'm going to film the video, so if you get the comment in before Wednesday, I'll add it to that video. However many I get, however long the video is how long it gets. So now we're going to get to the comments about what to do with your channel when you're not sure what to do. Some cases people are bored, some cases people are burnt out, some cases people just don't know what to do. This happens to people on YouTube, whether it be 3 months, could be 3 years. But the completionist had the first comment, and his was, the biggest question you should always ask yourself relating to your friend is, are you happy with your own videos? The first thought you should have is, never worry about what somebody else will think of it. I know it may be hard to come up with something you truly love. I know I had that trouble when I first started, but I found something that I love and now I'm running with it. I know some people thought I was talking about myself, which I wasn't, because if I was, somebody put this video, I would have said, you know what, this is my last community video, I'm done, and moved on to something else. But the truth of the matter is, some of you may know who it is because he hasn't made a video in the last couple days. The truth of it is very hard sometimes to relate. Like, you love gaming, but how to make the right video to show your love for it and your passion for it. So sometimes it takes people a long time to find just the right thing. Sometimes somebody runs with something and ends up working perfectly fine for them, and other times they have to experiment for a long time to find it. Next up is Chipsters. When I first started on YouTube, I just wanted to review old video games, and it was fun, but it was taking too long to make each video. So I decided to turn to my loft and review all my old tabletop and handheld games, maybe trying to explore areas that you are most passionate about. And the truth is, a lot of people get caught up in doing what everybody else does. You should try to do your own thing. It doesn't always have to be every game, review every game, or you know, show every game. You could do it your own way. Experiment, have fun. 8-Bit Goomba's comment was, on the subject of content for your channels, I feel that YouTube is a place of expression. If you run out of things to talk about or do, well, it shouldn't be a problem. I could go on with my thoughts, but you did a great job of summing it up. As for me personally, some of the time I don't do video game stuff. Sometimes videos come up because I am inspired to do them. Even if they aren't as popular as some of my others, it's great to see the reaction of my subscribers. Everybody has, in this community, who love video games, has other hobbies besides video games. Video games may be your main hobby, but that doesn't mean that you can mainly be a video game channel and do other stuff. If you continually do the same thing over and over and over again, you're either going to get bored or burn out. Like, for example, this channel, the other series I had an idea for when I did this, it took me 7 months to finally figure out what is that going to be. It's finally clicked on what I'm going to do. I'm starting to get stuff together, research for it, and it'll probably be together by the end of the year. It won't be nearly as long, you know, as often as this, but if you don't try new different things, you are going to get bored out of your mind. And by the way, Big Goomba, congratulations, he just hit his 1-year anniversary on YouTube. Next up, Steve Benway. It's definitely good advice to do what you're into and not try and pander to your audience. You'll go crazy trying to do what other people want you to do, and the more subs you get, the more impossible that would be. So just do your own thing. There will always be an audience for it, even if it's not the audience you started with. That's not a betrayal of your audience, it's just being true to yourself. Now see, pandering is a very hard word. You could do things that make sense for your videos because your audience, and at times you gotta say, you know what, there's a lot of people I just want to do this, that's not my thing, forget it. If you're not into it, don't do it. Some people suggest things to me that I just won't do because, like, I'm not into that, it's boring to me, forget it. If you don't like it, don't do it. RPK Game Vids was great advice. There have been times that I worried when I started doing something different, like, what if I drive a lot of my subscribers away? But at the end of the day, you just need to make the video that you enjoy making. Otherwise, what's the point? Like my next series, it's going to be like this one. I'm not going to announce it. It's just going to be out there. And it's always great to see people's reactions and stuff like that. When you do things that you think, this is the thing that I have done, that I said that people are, the reaction is going to be this. And a lot of times you'll get the totally opposite reaction that you ever thought you would get. More DAKKA 101, his comment was, yeah, I have to say, do what you want to do and not what others want you to. Even if you don't have subscribers or a lot of views. They will come in time, but you know it. Someone will find that one gem video you do up and link it, and presto, the internet's on fire with YouTube brilliance. At least that's how I picture it. Now, it doesn't always work that way. Listen, when Pete Dorr had put me on his checkout channel list when I first started this series, my subscribers went up. About doubled, I believe. Well, not doubled, but they went up. But it wasn't like it was on fire. Subscribers should never be your reasoning for doing anything. Reviews, it should be you love it. But it just takes time. I mean, OtoU272 had said it best when he says, you know, he started off with very little subscribers and now he's got, you know, way over 1,000, and it just starts to slowly build. I mean, even now my channel, it slowly started to build, and now I'm getting more and more subscribers every day. You know, you just gotta, you know, it kind of takes time for people to know and find you on YouTube. Digital Ninja 21's comment was, what do I want my channel to be? The answer to the question, a peaceful channel where people can enjoy original videos from games people have never heard of due to these being unlicensed stuff mainly. And totally agree on that part. Yeah, again, everybody's got to figure out, what is my channel? What do I want it to be? And then just go with it. So, Stamer3's was actually a question about in the back. Once again, great informative video. May I ask, what were the two games you're displaying behind you? Well, since you asked, the first game for the PlayStation 2 was Mega Man X7. Some people call this the, I guess, one of the harder the X games. In case you want to know, I've not ever gotten past the first area of this game, but I keep trying. And then the last one I got was Project Sleephead Arc of Deception, the sequel to Sierra's original PC game. I actually thoroughly enjoyed that game. So, real quick before I get out videos to check out, in the near future I am going to dive into NewNet, because I know a lot of people don't know it. It's funny, when you send someone a message about something they really like and get into it, like Atari 77 did, he sent me a super long message that I'm digging through right now. And it's rather interesting. One of the topics I'm also going to be getting into is when to give up when the thing you're doing is not working. So I'll ask this question to you. Have you ever had anything, a video, series, maybe even your channel, where you were doing stuff and it just didn't work? And you kept trying to do it and eventually said, okay, it's not working, I need to stop. When did you know where that line was drawn where, okay, that's it, it's not working, I gotta quit doing it? Okay, so let's get videos to check out. First one's by 8-Bit Goomba, 1 year on YouTube. Like usual, his very entertaining videos that 8-Bit Goomba puts up with his nice little comedy at the end. Next up, Video Game Tech 1. Hitogata Hippa PS3 review. A shmup for all you shmup fans out there. Next up, MrDSBXFinest, an explanation of things. Now, I understand in one respect why he closed his White Girls Asian Please channel, because obviously the trolling because of the name of the channel and people thinking he was a girl. Now, some of the other things he did talk about in the video is just simply YouTube life. If you want people to hear your voice, or if you want the little fame, whatever that may be on YouTube, this is some of the things you have to deal with. You have to, if you're a person who has to have people like you all the time, YouTube videos are not for you. If you're the kind of person who you want people to know your opinion and interact with people in this kind of community, then that works out fine for you. Next up, Jason Moore 87's PS3 sales, where he talks about how the PS3 and Xbox 360 are not that far away, and that does the PS3 deserve to pass the Xbox 360 in global sales. Next up, Sandamtod's discussion while driving, is about glitches in games today. Something that really drives me nuts is they release games with these really bad glitches and then they release a free patch to fix it a couple days later. Next up, HIRYUNOKEN7, Super Robot Wars Z Music, I Won't Lose, GUNLEON Range, if you love music. Gmintyfresh, I want to say George, but it's not. GEOFF's Room Tour Part 1 main game setup. Next up, ShinyMeal's DIY arcade cabinet and software. A dude who, you know, doesn't have the greatest camera, but it works perfectly fine for what he's doing. Next up, TheMegaManCave. Cool collectible pickups, episode 2. I always love cool collectibles. Big Bang Blitz's Sega Channel soundtrack and download link. He goes through all 11 soundtracks of the old Sega Channel. And for those of you who never saw the actual Sega Channel in action, Azuritereaction Sega Channel Memories Part 1, where it actually shows he had an original VHS tape he recorded of when he was on Sega Channel in the 90s, and it's on YouTube if you want to check that out. Narox's The Sight and Sounds of R-Type Leo, 1992, arcade MAME. This is a game that never had no console release. Next up is RetroGamerVX's Atari User Magazine Review Part 1, the covers Part 1 and 2. Really cool if you like to see old magazines covers. Then Oheao's Horrible Games Tag Open Tag, and if you want to know his questions are: what is the worst game you ever played? Number 2, have there ever been a game that got massive praise that you thought sucked? And number 3, has there ever been a game that most people thought sucked you thought was good? Next up, Night Ram's Weird Mario Stuff I Own Part 6. I always love all of his, the collectible stuff that he has. Metal Jesus Rocks, his Burnout series retrospective, a look back. If you like that. Golden Jelly Beans, How to Make a Luma full tutorial. How to make a little plush version of a Luma. Really cool. Next up, Girl Gamer Arrow's Room Tour. You know how I'm a sucker for tours. And next up, Future Matt 5, PC Engine Hardware Evolution poster. This is a really cool poster to see the evolution of all that PC Engine hardware. And then Dan KSS, more super great arcade pickups if you're into arcade stuff. Bossly's Package Time 42. I know you're asking, why do you got a package in this? Because he has PC Engine, Famicom, and Mega Drive pickups, which I always love. And then lastly, A Murphy 245, fixing some disk systems in a game room update. The disk system he's fixing is a Balcom disk system. So guys, that's all it for this video. So till the next one.